Josh Giddey is locked up for the foreseeable future. We mean signed with the Chicago Bulls. But on today's episode, we're going to grade the contract and the signing for Josh Giddey. And then we're going to also talk about what should the Chicago Bulls expect now out of Coby White and Josh Giddey, as Coby White is preparing himself for a big payday next offseason. Y'all know we're going to talk about it and break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, C-Dub. What's the word, bro?
Yeah, we back in here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man.
Man, if y'all tuned in, ready to talk Bulls basketball, bro, we getting close. It's about to be the best time of the year.
Like
when we got football, when we got basketball, it's coming, bro. It's coming. It's about to be cracking. But if y'all ready, hit that like button and subscribe, man. C-Dub, real briefly, man. Let's talk about the Josh Giddey contract as a collective before we go deeper into the conversation of expectations for our backcourt. I'm going to just go out on a limb, big dog. I'm going to say it's an A on the Chicago Bulls part. I'll explain it a little later. But what you think about the contract signing?
Oh, absolutely. I grade this on two different parts. I'm going to grade it for the Chicago Bulls and grade it for Josh Giddey and his representation. First, you got to give an A+ to the Chicago Bulls. Two reasons why. They didn't put out a number that they was trying to get out. They just made some offers. And they got the best deal possible for them at $25 million per $100 million for 4 years. The second part, they got the keeper guy in Josh Giddey, who's 22 years old, about to turn 23 in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And if it all works out and he's exceptional, more like after the All-Star break, then we could go ahead and double up and get him paid. When he's 27, he'll still be a young guy. Now, when I go to Josh Giddey, I got to give him a B+.
Yo, bro.
That's because you lost in the negotiation. We being fair. I'm a competitive motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You lost the negotiation. You put a number out at 30. You settle with 25. It's still good for you. $100 million before the age of 27 is shit. How many people you could probably? How many people y'all know made $100 million? You probably count them in one finger. You probably one hand or something like that.
Yo,
so
bro.
I do just got to give him the B+ because he lost the negotiation.
He did. I think that's fair, bro. Just real quick, I think the Bulls get that solid A for me, simply because you didn't negotiate against yourself this time like you did with Patrick Williams. But the reason it's not an A+ C-Dub, and you might go ahead and agree, but I know you ain't gonna change your stuff because you don't never do that, is because you got moved off 20 mil. You got moved off 20 mil. But you still did a good job and locked them up for 4 years with no player option, no team option. We good. And with the cap expected to go up, you Gucci. And a max contract is worth 25% of the cap. He ain't going to be close to that in Josh Giddey. Good job, Chicago. About damn time. 2 hand claps.
I would like to retort that. Like, they did not like put an offer like
they put 20 mil.
They just wanted to show Josh Giddey, you too high. This is what we starting at 20 right now.
Like I told y'all, he wasn't gonna move, but nonetheless, then Josh Giddey, I'm a rock with you. I'm gonna give him a B+ simply because you tried. You put certain things in the media talking about some you unhappy with the second offer. We reported on that, and then you end up only missing out on about $5 million per. So that's $20 million over the contract. And you're not planning on $11 million. So you got yourself a pay raise. A big pay raise. So, hey, you fought and you got them close as possible to 30. So I think it's good for both sides ultimately. But now, C-Dub, you already know. When a player gets more money on, here comes the expectations. You gotta talk about it. Mm-hmm. Looking at Coby White, looking at Josh Giddey. we going off a lot of us. We really liked how this team looked in the last 25 games of last season. Josh Giddey averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Coby White averaged basically 25, 4-4, earned himself Eastern Conference Player of the Month. So now heading into this season, what are your expectations for this backcourt?
My expectations for this backcourt, at least after All-Star break, when they really was a great tag team, I think, um, for them to get better as a team. I don't necessarily think that the numbers are going to increase, except for Giddy. I think his numbers will increase. It's only two ways a guy can go once they get that contract, that first big contract. They can settle and they can go down, or they can become mediocre and stay in that level that they are, or they can try to get better and be better than what the contract. I think Josh Giddey is the type of guy, like, I'm gonna prove that I'm worth that 30. And when I'm 27, my next contract come up, y'all gonna have to reimburse me for what y'all did left out this contract.
No.
Ain't no discounts. I ain't discounting 5 million next time. Now, Coby White. Now he got a chance to play for seriously over $35 million per coming up. Like, I don't think this is a Josh Giddey situation like that. So I think it's gonna be some overdoing it in Coby's eyes. Let's see how he works it out. I don't think Coby did anything on the basketball court against the narrative of the team. Have you seen him like playing like selfish basketball out there? I don't recall seeing
No,
Coby playing selfish
no, ever.
basketball.
Mm-mm. I
But
don't think
playing for a bag, that can bring out some selfish basketball. Let's just hope that we continue not to see that from Coby White, bro. But the motivation to perform well, to make sure your craft is top notch, working on your handle, that jump shot, your attack of the basket, and most importantly for Coby White, defense. If you could get yourself to be a better defender and just add a little bit on your offense, I think it's time for Coby to start concentrating on defense. You know what I'm saying? For the last 3 summers, we've been seeing him with dribble too much, working on his offensive game. I would like to see him work on the defensive side. He's pretty much set on offense. You know what I'm saying? He can get better, but I think he's pretty much all-star level offensively, especially in the latter halves of seasons. But if he can work on his defense and get better offensively, I don't know how better his stats will be when you got a Montes Buzelis, who I expect to be in that 17 to 20 points per game range. That's what I expect. It ain't got to be y'all's. I don't expect him to average 25. That'll be, but if he does, I'll take it. I expect something 20 to 22, something like that. Y'all act like what's that? That's only 3 points less. That's a lot. The 22 points, like 22 to 25 points. That's a lot. That's a lot. So if he could get 22, 5 and 5, we talking. If we could get Josh Giddey to 18, 9 and 9, 18, 8 and 8. That's decent. That's kind of what I'm expecting from these two guys. Lead us to the playoffs as well. Ain't nobody talking about it. Lead us to the playoffs because it's set now. Well, at least Josh Giddey is set, not Coby yet. Coby, you want to be a part of this future? Get us to the playoffs, you and Josh Giddey. And add Montes in there. That's good. It's a 3-headed monster now. It's a 3-headed monster.
It's always you always trying to change the criteria, bro.
It's
You
a
wouldn't
3-headed
be
monster.
you though. You just wouldn't be you.
I do my own thing.
But I think that when you talk about context and you think about last year with Coby averaging 25 and Josh Giddey averaging 20, Montes averaged 13, while Nikola Vucevic averaged 15. I think that got to be a little bit of uptick for my man's Montes Buzelis, but that's because C-Dub brought him into this conversation. But for my backcourt specifically, I need them guys to be on par. To your point about Coby White, I need consistent defensive play. I seen Coby White sit in the chair before. I seen him do that. I think it all comes down to consistency. I think the same thing can be said about Josh Giddey. He already admitted out his own mouth he's never going to be elite, but he needs to be respectable. But then when it comes on the offensive side for Josh Giddey, I need Josh Giddey. Look, if somebody's sagging off of you on the defense because they trying to make them, because they want you to make them a believer, you got to knock it down at a high clip. If it's wide open, you got to knock them down. And then once they try to force that closeout, you got to get busy, brother. You got to get busy. And I would like to see Josh Giddey utilize his size, bro. 6'8", a guy that can handle, you know what I'm saying? A guy that can pass like that, a guy that can attack a basket like that. We don't want to really see too many times to where you're getting neutralized attacking the basket. We want to see you be a little bit more better in that department. And then when it comes to your teammates, you got to make the guys around you better. I believe he has done some of that. I just want to see it be done on a consistent level. For Coby White, I think the test for Coby White is how do you perform in big games for me.
Okay.
I think that's what it comes down to for Coby White, because I hate to bring it up, but I got to, simply because it's talking about expectations for my backcourt. You got neutralized in that Miami Heat play-in game, bro.
Okay.
And that was unacceptable to me, simply because I know what Coby White could do. I believe the handle has gotten a lot better, and I will say it's actually a good fucking handle at this point in his career. I believe that when you get hot, you can really change your game, you know what I'm saying, in favor of your team. But I feel like when we played in that Miami Heat's game, we didn't really get to experience what Coby White can be, how excitement Coby White, we didn't have that excitement that we seen in certain games throughout the season in a gotta have it moment. I want to see Coby White excel in that regard, because regardless of how any of us feel about him, regardless of how we view him and what he needs to get better at, every single obstacle that has been placed in Froby's way, he has hurdled those obstacles. And this is one more obstacle, bro. And I think if you hurdle this obstacle and can perform in clutch games, in closing minutes, and close teams out with the ability that he can honestly see the knock on the door of an all-star game and damn near make it, especially with so many injuries in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. I agree with you with Kobe, everything you said about Kobe, especially consistency, performing in big time games. But I'm gonna disagree with you with Josh Giddy. Do you know after the All-Star break, I think that's like 30 to 35 games. Who knows the correct number? It's a bunch of
20,
games.
we just
He
kind of
shot,
to
he
25.
shot, he shot 46% from 3-point range. And it wasn't just one or two shots. It was maybe 4 to 5 shots per game. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna see from now on from Josh Giddy is from All-Star break to the end of to the play-in game. That's what we're going to have with Josh Giddy. You're not convinced, obviously,
No,
because
I
you're talking
need
about the
no,
three-point shot.
because I think that the reason I brought it up, I need you to make people not just have that thought in maybe it was just one season. Let's hit that let's go ahead and do it again, because in the Miami Heat game, if we go back and watch that, they were sagging off them in that game too. So you got to make it, let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be 46%. But let's see if we make people believe that this is really you turning the corner as a 3-point shooter. That's all I
Oh,
was saying.
okay, I hear that, and I kind of agree with that. Um, Kobe White is an interesting like piece, bro. Like I think Monte's ascendance could fucking fuck with Kobe bag. Now, what type of guy is he? Is he? What if I hate to go off. I'm a veer left a little bit, nephew.
It wouldn't be
What
you.
if what if my what if Montes Buzelis takes a real jump in the second year, and he's the guy that you look to in those closing moments? You need to tie the game, or you need to go ahead a point instead of running plays for Kobe. You running it for Montes Buzelis. You think Kobe allow that, bro? You think he'll be happy with that?
Bro, I would say it don't fucking matter. You want to win games, you want to go home. Like, I don't really care about emotions at that point.
But we talking about his bag. We talking about
I don't
his
think that'll
contract.
interfere with his bag, because at the end of the day, you saved money on Josh Giddey. You have $80 million coming off the books with expiring contracts like Nikola Vucevic. Hope he gone. Kevin Herter and Zach Collins and Javon Carter. That's opening up a lot of money. That should
So
not interfere with how much money you can give Coby White, and that's not gonna interfere with you still being able to have another 2 years before you have to re-sign Montes. You're good.
So after one great negotiation from the Chicago Bulls, you're confident they'll do the right thing with all that cash. That's what you're saying.
No, not yet. That's why I did the video yesterday talking about, are we finally turning the corner? I said, I don't know. They got to show me a little bit
That's what
more.
I mean. That's what you just said,
But I'm
nephew.
saying it's a good step in the right direction.
You said you basically was saying, bro, they gonna take care of him. They got him,
I
bro.
don't
They
think
got money in the bank. That's basically what you said.
No, because the reason I'm like, hopefully, and maybe the mindset of is we want to keep Coby, but we're not trying to overpay Coby, because if Coby White is able to do what we believe he can do, or if he shows us something that we didn't expect him to do, the Chicago Bulls will want to be smart, simply because if you want to build like the Indiana Pacers got a number of players spread it out throughout the team that are really, really good. So you don't want to lose good players just because you want to beef. Like, I understand Coby, but to your point, Coby White has that right. If you can't do Coby White this next offseason how you did Josh. You can't.
I can see the first offer right now. 4 years, $20 million. $20 million a year. That's what the Bulls gonna do.
Hell no. Hell no.
Can you see it?
Hell no.
You can see it coming, bro.
Hey, you better kiss Coby White goodbye. It's over with. It's over with. Hell no.
They be like, man, this shit work, bro. We could do this again with Coby and
I think I seen
Ayo.
something to where they preparing to give him over 30 mil. I think that should be able to get it done.
Like on the other side of 35, though.
We'll see. Just let the season
if
play out.
If he go crazy, a lot of that depends on how the season goes for Coby. Even though the last 2 years he's been damn near all-star boundary type shit.
And I'm gonna tell motherfuckers he gonna want to recoup some of that money from this last contract.
Bro, we just got him for the low. Him and Ayo.
That's
another conversation for a different day.
That is another conversation. But that's why I say, like, moves like not negotiating against themselves with Josh Giddey and getting ready to move off the books should be able to help you out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you have full control of your draft picks. Now, what would be smart is if you hit All-Star break and people calling, you make some more moves, hopefully, in maybe a player, or more so what I'm hoping on is assets in this upcoming draft, well, in 2026 draft. So you can, because we still need that big template. We need that big in the middle.
Yeah.
Need that big in the middle. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, bro, but I seen somebody say it's Noah Essengay. If he continues to grow, can he play center? I'm like,
and that boy needs to eat a lot of hamburgers, a lot of Chick-fil-A, because that boy, he like 180, 190 soaking wet, bro. At 6'11", basically 7 feet, bro. Nah, bro. But he can hoop, though. I'm just talking about his girth. I don't think he can take a center. Nah.
They gonna beat the brakes off his
that boy gonna be hurt, bro, every game. What the fuck?
He gonna have an ice bag game.
But if we could get him to 220, nephew, get him to 220, okay. And if he can still play the way that
he's playing. Chet? How big is Chet?
Chet like 220.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't look it, but he like 220. I think Chet like 7'1" or something.
Like talking about he 208.
208, damn. So you got to deduct like 18 pounds. He like 180. Leave Noah Essengay alone until goddamn. Let him figure that shit out himself, bro. If he want to play center, he can gain girth. If not, you want to be a dominant Giannis Antetokounmpo type player, then stay in that position you in, bro.
We're gonna see what happens. We talked about that plan for Noah Essengay. It's gonna be an interesting one to see, because I think the Bulls play politics a little bit, personally.
What do you mean when you say the Bulls play politics?
You know it's gonna be a line of motherfuckers. Because honestly, we know Noah Essengay, he needs work. But it's gonna be P. Will getting some tick early on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna agree with if I don't see changes.
Maybe Billy Donovan will change his style.
Nah, whose style? What are you gonna do? Slap P. Will?
No, I mean, like, stop catering to like people he like. I think he really like these his friends type shit. You know what I'm saying? I think he like probably not friend, like a father-son relate. I don't even want to go that way, but he kind of love these guys. So we gonna see a lot of Patrick Williams. You're gonna see a lot of Vooch.
I'm expecting to see a lot of Isaac Okoro.
We should, bro. I hope we do, man. But if he
what I
ain't
mean.
familiar with you, it seems like Billy, like you got to prove it to me that
He
you can
will
work
gonna
with the
be
crew.
he gonna be coming off that bench as a bench piece.
He is a lot of minutes too.
Oh, bro, yes.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We shall see. But hey, man, you got anything left?
Hey, we appreciate all the support y'all still been giving us. Make sure y'all continue to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, bro.
We appreciate y'all over here, man. Let us know what y'all thought about today's topic, man. And go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Leave your comments and thoughts and everything down below. Let's go ahead and hit. But hey, that is it from us today, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always love red. And y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace out, y'all.
Cognac.